OpenClaw has disrupted how we make and use agents. If we master it perfectly, then it can help us save multiple hours. But I'm not able to see any course which can teach you how to actually use and master OpenClaw. That's why in the next 1 hour, we will master OpenClaw from complete scratch. We will learn that how can we install it locally, how can we access the same using graphical interface as well as the terminal. Further, we will connect it to our WhatsApp or Telegram or any chat channel. Then we will understand about the skills as well as cron jobs. And in the end, we will create a perfectly usable compact project. Not only this, we will also see that how can we make it run 24/7 by deploying it on a VPS. So hi everyone, I am Mayank Agarwal and in this video, we are going to master OpenClaw and make sure that it is actually useful. I have seen so many videos building on the hype, but no one is telling that how can we use OpenClaw perfectly and making it usable in our day-to-day life. So with that, now let's get started. So, hi everyone. Now let's get started with our crash course. As you can see, it has changed the name a lot of time. So, while I was researching, and I have spent 100 plus hours in understanding OpenClaw, going through its documentation, and thus we will be making it very easy to understand. So, as you can see, it started with Clawdbot, then Moltbot, and finally OpenClaw, the AI that actually does things. Clear your inbox, sends email, manages your calendar, and again, so many things it can do for you. AI which assists to AI which acts. So this I have written everyone because I want you to understand that why it is gaining all the hype. Now I have seen that again in other videos it is not being covered. Today we will understand that how can we actually make systems that uses this overall power of OpenClaw from having a AI which assists like ChatGPT or Gemini which used to write something for us to AI which acts, which is an agent like OpenClaw, which can help us in doing things just like how we write it and it will be done. Personal assistant at your tips. So if you have any task related to your emails, your meetings, anything, if connected properly and if it is having the right skill, it can do and as actually a personal assistant at your fingertips. So with that, everyone, let's get started now. The very first thing, let's go to its website. So OpenClaw and you can just click on openclaw.ai. So yeah, this is the website everyone and I'm pretty sure that all of you must have heard about the same till now. If not, I will be explaining the same from complete scratch so each and every one of you can follow. Now, the very first thing which I think we should start is by installing. But before that, let me just quickly explain you in a overall way that what exactly it is. If you try to understand in its core, OpenClaw is just these four components. You have a chat app where you are sending the message. Now it can be the graphical UI, which I will show you in some time. It can be WhatsApp, Telegram, or any other app. Then you have a OpenClaw gateway via which your message reaches out to the OpenClaw. Then we have an agent sitting in the backend, which can connect to multiple apps, which can have multiple skills. And once it has done the job, finally it responses us back and of course does whatever we have asked it to. So it is actually something which is very, very straightforward to understand. If you now deep dive and understand other things with me, then I feel that this diagram will make a lot more sense. So with that, everyone, this is how we are going to master our crash course today. So OpenClaw crash course. We will be starting with the setup and install. I will be showing you that how can you install the same on your Mac or your Windows. The setup is honestly pretty awesome and easy. Then we will understand about it building blocks like gateway, skills, channels, and the agents. Then we will learn about the interface everyone. So the web UI, TUI, desktop app, it has multiple offerings and I want that you see each and every one of them. Then we will learn that okay, now that we have mastered the same on our local, how can we run the same on a VPS as well? So it is keeping on running even when our machine turns off. After that, we will move on to agents and automation. That is where we will try to just go a little deep. And I think I should remove this. Go a little deep and make some use cases which will be very, very helpful and beneficial to us. And finally, we will be wrapping the same up with a project, which is a daily assistant digest. Once we do this project, you will get an idea that how can we further make it more usable. So with that, everyone, now let's get started with the very first step, that is the setup and the install. So coming to install everyone, I think again, if you will just go to the website in the quick start, there is a command which is written. Now, what I have done, of course, I have installed the same on my system, but I have deleted the same completely. So I face all the issues which all of you will face. Now, with that, let's actually copy this command. Now, if you will just try to maybe select it or click this button, you can easily copy this particular curl command. And now you can go on terminal to run the same. In Windows, either you can run it on PowerShell or there is a Windows terminal app as well for people who are not aware, who can just make sure to download the same from the Microsoft Store and then easily run these commands. So highly suggested to follow this approach because I think that is the suggested approach as well. So with that, let's go to the terminal, everyone. So just copy the same, go to your terminal, like I've already opened the same, my Young's MacBook Pro. Paste this command and press enter. Now it will just run this install.sh. I think it should also have the Node.js and Homebrew installed and Git as well. So either it will throw an error or if you use some AI assisted terminal, it will install the same. Else just copy paste the error into ChatGPT or Claude and it will tell you what you have to do. Majorly, it will be some commands to install these dependencies as well. You can think of this like how you used to install the games in Windows and DirectX or some graphic card related dependencies were there, right? So let it quickly install and meanwhile we will just wait. So I will just quickly come back because it takes a little bit of time to install. So great everyone, as we are able to see, it has installed successfully. Now, I don't judge, but your missing APIs are absolutely okay. No worries. We will see the same. But before I move forward, just one more thing as well. For Windows, there is, I think, a command. If you change, then this is the command for Windows. But as I said, I think the other one will work on terminal. Okay. So with that, everyone, now, yeah, see, this is the thing. It's on PowerShell or CMD. But for Windows terminal, this one will work, right? Now, let's see the same. And we are on the setup and install. Ideally, it is completed, but there are few steps which we have to do. Now, one thing more, when we will move to VPS to make sure that it runs on a machine, and yes, we will not have to buy a Mac Mini, like saving a lots of money there. We will make sure that we, of course, understand this as well, right? We will be understanding on security, etc. part. But for the local, I think it is still fine because normally no one will try to hack, hopefully, into your local. So if you will see, it is giving you a direct warning that OpenClaw is a hobby project still in beta. If you're not comfortable with basic security and access control, because when it runs on your machine, if hacked, it can have lots of repercussions. So the reason I'm telling you this in the starting is not to demotivate you, but to actually let you where the technology stands as of now. Okay. Even I think Andre Karpathy, that's those his OpenClaw bot detail was also present. I saw Twitter thread or something. But no worries. Let us select yes because we can play with fire. Then let's do the onboarding mode quick start. We can do a quick start. In here, if you will see, it supports multiple models, right? So in here, I think all the different models are present, everyone, from OpenAI, Claude to each and every one of them. So you can see Google, Anthropic, OpenAI. Open router is there, means that you can also access it for free up to a limit with open router keys. And of course, then Vercel, Copilot, Cloudflare, AI Gateway, Synthetic, Xiaomi, and Quen, all these things. I will be using Google. You could use any brain. Just make sure that it is having credits, etc. Now, the reason I'm using Google is pretty simple. Like you all can also go to AI Studio in Google. And even if you don't have any, let's say, credit card or something, you can still at least get started and create the same, right? So, okay, they have changed a lot. Let me click on get started. Let me go to get API keys and I could just create an API key and I think that should be okay. My this account is I think already kind of changed. So let me create a new project. Like I've already messed up a lot of things in this account. So let the project be created. Now we can create the key. So let it create key everyone. And once the key gets created, then we can copy it. It's of course in the free tier, but should be fine. Let's see that once we are able to go back and I can select Google. Press Google Gemini API key. If you want to do authorization via your cloud or paid account, you can do Gemini CLI auth. So let me select this one. Let me paste my key, everyone. And of course, the key will be disabled. So don't try to use it. I will be using 2.5 flash. The reason is pretty simple. We are not going to do very high intensive tasks for which we want the latest or the pro models. Plus, I remember it gives you lots of requests even in the free tier. So with that, Flash 2.5 Flash is something which we can use. Let me use this. Now it is asking you for a channel. That is that how you want to connect it, connect to it. Okay. Listen carefully. Like if you will see, it is having lots of channels, like many of them, which you will be using: WhatsApp, Discord, Telegram, Signal, iMessage, Teams, and of course, like many which even I have not heard. I will go with Telegram. You can connect your WhatsApp as well, but again, remember, you will have to scan the QR code just like how you use WhatsApp web. So open your phone and just scan the QR code. But in this, everyone, there is a security risk. So I will still suggest to, if you connect your WhatsApp, make sure that you disconnect it as soon as the trial like work is over. Okay. So let's actually select the Telegram. I think it's pretty simple only. What we will do, everyone, we can go to the Telegram and make sure that we create a bot. Now for the same, we will be using something which is, if you will go on Google and search for Botfather Telegram, you will find the same, launch Botfather. Okay, so we will be using this. Let me open the same, this one basically. Now once you open Botfather, everyone, so on the right hand side you can see the Telegram being open, right? Like this is how it will be on your phone or on your Telegram web. Just have new bot and you can create a new bot. Again, I have created multiple bots, but all these have been deleted. So don't try to even use the key. I could just say uh, Mayank open claw. And along with that, I can just say in the name, Mayank underscore claw underscore bot. So yeah, I think it will create the new bot. Let me just copy this token. Okay. And pretty simple, as I said, I will be pasting this link as well. And just during the setup only enter the Telegram bot token. Once you do, everyone, pay attention. It is asking you to configure skills. Now, just as I showed you that how we have multiple components, which I will talk about, it basically creates an agent in the backend, right? So, which will do all the stuff. You can think of it like an intern which you have hired, which as of now understand that, okay, you will be sending him a message or work via Telegram. You have given it the brain of a Gemini 2.5 Flash. Now, what skills you want? So, I will just show you the skills for the time being. Let's select yes. And we can select NPM, should be fine. And see, you can connect it to either one password, Apple Notes, Apple Reminder, and all of these things. The reason it is able to connect to them because it will be running inside your terminal on your machine. Now, terminal, this particular thing is actually how you can actually do all the things on your machine. So this particular small window is actually where all the things are possible, and it will be running the command there. And that is the reason it is pretty like in terms of security, it is as of now pretty dangerous as well, but should be fine. We can just see lots of these skills which are provided. We can create our own as well. But for the timing, let me just use some skill which doesn't require any authentication or something. Let me see which one can it be. So just for the second, everyone, I think we can. There was a skill I think which we can use. So we can select Clawhub, like press space here, as well as say this MCP one. So MCP porter, and just press enter. It will just try to install the same. Let me just zoom it out a little bit. And second you press enter, it will just install it like application. So just like Word, Excel, etc. So see, it is installing MCP porter and of course Clawhub as well. Now, of course, you can have other things as well easily. Now it is asking setting Google Places API for Go Places. We will select no in all of these. It is just trying to understand that, hey, can you provide me the key so that I can understand things around you as well? So for Go Places, for local places, setting Gemini API key for Nano Banana, again, we will be doing no. Then it will not be able to generate images. But if you have the key, you can set it the same as well. Notion API key for Notion so that it can connect with your Notion, no. Open API key for OpenAI image generation, no. Open API key for OpenAI Whisper, which is a voice related model, so no. 11 Labs API key. So 11 Labs again for voice. No. And if you will see hooks, hooks let you automate action when agent command are issued. No hooks available. Gateway service runtime. Quick Start uses Node for gateway service. So it is trying to install that gateway service so we can connect the same. And I have got a pop up on my other screen that Node is an item which is running in the background because it will run in the background. Okay. See, now the same has been done, everyone. So we have actually now properly installed our OpenClaw, Clawdbot, or Moltbot. I think whatever we want to say it. And I think we can just say it yes. During this, I kind of tried to explain you about this gateway skills, etc. But don't worry, we will see the same in more depth. Okay. So now that we have seen how we can install the same locally, everyone, before moving forward, I would like to also discuss here only that how we can run it on a VPS or let's say a machine. It is a comparison, like if you will see the local versus cloud, we will be sending the message, let's say via the same, like if we connect Telegram, etc., which I will show you further. In the local, like let's say when I will be running it in my Mac, I will be running it only when my PC is on. It can access my personal files. That's a problem. Higher security risk, but yes, it is free to run. If I close my Mac, then it's a problem, right? The second I close my Mac, everything will be like kind of shut down. Running it on a server, okay, or a dedicated machine, it runs 24/7. It is isolated from the personal data. Better for automation, of course, so that everything which you will learn in future that will be able to run perfectly well. And of course, there might be a small monthly cost. So to do the same, let's go to Amazon and let's say Mac Mini, and let's purchase one of this. Okay. So of course I'm like kind of joking. We will not be spending 55,000 to run our OpenClaw on a machine. Rather, what we will do here, everyone, is that we will use a VPS. And for the same, I will suggest of using a Hostinger VPS because I have been using this for the last 1+ years now for my agency and everything, and it has not given me any issues. So for that, let's now see the process. So go to your browser and just enter this link. I will also be giving it so you can copy it. AI agency. Now, as a very, very special deal, what I have done is if you go on choosing a plan, let's say the KVM2 machine, then in this, everyone, you can purchase this machine. But as a very, very special offer for all of you, what you can do, like just let it quickly load. I have have a coupon for you in which if you do AI agency 20, for 1 year you will be getting it for getting a 20% off. So what you can do, everyone, like you can just select 12 months, you can pay it for 24 months as well, but you can apply the coupon code AI agency 20, and when you do this, it will be giving you a special 20% off. This is valid, I guess, till 31st March only. So please take the benefit because this is a very special coupon. I think earlier they were just giving 10% discount and 15 on the 2-year plan. Now, since lots of my students were reaching out to me and there was a requirement, we were able to get a very special coupon for all of you with 20% off. Now, once you purchase the same, the best part in here is that we can have the OpenClaw directly, just like Anytime. We have the OpenClaw as well in a single click install. So just like how we have installed the same onto our machine, everyone, onto our local machine, exact same thing will be there. So all the things which we will master in the future in this course, you will be able to actually understand on and do all those steps in a VPS machine as well, which will run 24/7. All the things which we will discuss, they will be exactly the same, but this has a benefit of running 24/7. It is not having any access to your personal data, and of course, it is better for automation. And with this cost now, with the special discount, I think it is very, very valid because you can have your N8N agency, everything running on this. So now you can, of course, continue. And for the timing, we can actually not even select anything. You can just continue and purchase the same. And now I will show you in the next screen that how can you take full advantage and install your OpenClaw or once the same is done. So great, everyone. Now, once you have purchased your own Hostinger VPS, for example, I have a totally new KVM2 setup. One of mine has also expired. So do make sure that you are not making this mistake. Please renew your KVM or VPS when required. You can just click on setup. So let me just quickly click on setup. I would like to select a closer location, maybe somewhere in India. Let's select the same. That will be better. Then we can select next. I could just search here for Clawdbot, OpenClaw. Click on this. And it's a simple one-step thing. So let me just quickly add a password as well, everyone. I think this should work. SSH key we are not adding as of now. Let's keep it simple. And now we can just move forward. Again, not adding any SSH key. Click on next. Please do remember this password. Okay, it has appeared in data leak. So a good thing to learn that you have to set a little better password, everyone. I have set a way easier password, honestly. Let me do next now. And yeah, malware scanner is free. So we can have that as well. Let me add that. Let it run. And now the same has started. So it is this easy. Like you don't have to actually do anything with Hostinger. You have to just select that OpenClaw on your VPS and no need of any expensive Mac Mini or any machine. This will run 24/7. doing all your work for you, making sure that you never face a problem. And yes, I have honestly been using this already, hosting a VPS, and yeah, I have not faced any problem till now. So let it set up. Once it sets up, I think it will take around 5 minutes. We will quickly circle back to see that if it is working all fine, and then we will continue with our OpenClaw further. So as we can see, everyone, the same has been completed. Now there's an SSH code, which I think you will not be requiring. And there's the manage VPS thing. So let us click on this manage VPS and OpenClaw built on Ubuntu. Learn how to use OpenClaw. The same has been done. I think it is still doing okay. Everything has been done, everyone. And yes, I think now we can click on this terminal and easily just get started. So the second you click on this, we have the OpenClaw setup running, where OpenClaw has been now available for our use properly without any issues. And you can see that how quick and easy the setup was. Seems like it is still setting up, so should be fine. Let it take time. And meanwhile, I guess the same is pretty simple to understand. Nothing of major issue here. We can have the free domain if we want. That is also helpful. Otherwise, this is how you can just set up a OpenClaw instance 24/7 running without spending a lot of money, and you can make it do work as you like. Now, once you have done this, everyone, it is asking you to hatch in TUI. So hatching as mean like take birth or web UI. Web UI, I think, is a better choice here. We will see the TUI as well. It has having more options, but with web UI, things are easier to understand. So let me select web UI and press enter. It is saying enable ZSS shell completion for OpenClaw. We can just do that. Should not be a problem. So let's just press yes. And again, we'll just do the open completion. And once you have done this, everyone, then onboarding completed, dashboard open with your token. Keep that tab to control OpenClaw. Now it will open a new tab on your browser. Let me do the same. And yes, this is the tab. Okay. So it is saying unauthorized gateway, open a tokenized dashboard. Okay, I think I know this. Actually, I've copied the same. So it will be better if I just bring it from my other browser. It requires a token as well. Okay. So token is like a password. Like when you're opening this thing, it is saying that, hey, you are not authorized. If you want to, like it is open on my other desktop, or what you can do, just copy 1 minute. Yeah. Just copy this full and you will see this token here, right? It will be kind of like different for each and every one of us. Now, when I open it, pay attention. And this is a very good security thing as well, which you are learning. Now it will not show that error because now I have given it the token. So I'm saying that, hey, this is me. So it expects that, yeah, someone has explored OpenClaw, someone has installed that, and that is how you're able to open it. Now, again, I have explained things in depth here. The reason is pretty simple. Though in 5 minutes you can have everything open, the better you understand, the better you will be able to take actions and control it next time. Okay. So again, back up your agent space, security, shell completion, then web search optional. If you want web search, we will talk about that as well. Like normally web search is paid, but I will show you an awesome way because in the Brave Search API, it uses a key, which is after the paid thing. But no worries, should be fine. Now we can just close this, everyone. And even if you do this, then as well, your OpenClaw is running very nicely. So you can just now select hi and send it a message. So installation done, everything is working well. This is the web UI now, which we have to understand. So if I go back, you will see that how we have seen the setup and install. We kind of have jumped to the interface because these things will be better understandable by interface. But still, since they were coming during the installation time, I kept it in between. We have already seen that how it's create a gateway. We have installed some skills as well. For channel, we have actually connected it with our Telegram channel. And now we are accessing it via the web UI. So web UI, TUI, and the desktop app. I will come to all of these. And now say, hey, I just came online. Who am I? Who are you? So it is asking me that, hey, I have just been hatched. Can you tell me who are you and who am I? So pretty awesome thing. Like it is actually connecting with you like a agent or like someone who wants to understand. So I can just say, hey, I am Mayank and you are Mayank Clawbot, a very helpful assistant. Now, of course, if you just see this UI, pretty simple. There's a chat button, then you can close this as well. Then there are control overview channels, everything which we will see in a bit. Here you can have the dark mode, light mode, everything. You can also have this to make it a little bit bigger, like without any distractions, Zen mode or something. Then you can see toggle assistant thinking or working output. So just like how we have in chat GPT, etc. but I think this should be helpful for the time being. Let me just send this message. Now, hey, I'm Mayank, you are Mayank Clawbot, a very helpful assistant. So it will try to understand this because we have given it a brain of Gemini 2.5 Flash. And see, it is saying few things here. So pay attention. Let me go back. Yeah, see, it is writing something in the identity, everyone. Then write successfully wrote 216 bytes to identity.md. Then it is writing something in user.md and telling that. So see, great. So I'm my Clawbot, an AI assistant designed to be helpful, resourceful, and bit witty. Are you happy with the name and vibe for me? Once we have settled that, we can move to discussing soul.md, essentially what's matter to you and how you would like me to behave. So this is like actually bringing a life where it is asking for a name, asking for the personality, asking who you are, and also making sure that it writes these things down so that it is able to maintain them. And I will show you this in a bit as well, that where this right user MD and identity are present, so that you are actually able to understand this and change it like a pro. Okay. Now, okay, great. I think we can just quickly ask it what I have to tell about the soul. So let's see. It will again, I'm just asking it, just chatting it the way we normally will chat to a new human. And see, soul defines my core. Again, it is just reading it. See, now it is giving me that soul.md file, the markdown file. You are not a chatbot, you are becoming someone. Core truths, be genuinely helpful, not performative helpful. So few things are written by the OpenClaw team. And I think it is also ask us. So be the assistant you will want to talk to. Like these are the vibe, boundaries, everything, right? Private things stay private. When in doubt, ask before exiting. So just like how we tell an intern or tell a new human that, hey, this is all what you have to do, and continuity and everything. So see, this file is yours to involve. Any as you learn, you can go and update it. So when I ask it for many things, it will be kind of updating these files, because for every request, it will have to make sure that it follow these things, just like how we also follow. So you're actually creating an agent here. And I always say that agents are just like a digital human. So just like how we are human beings and we are creating these things, this is how these things are getting created. And I think these are fine. So above are fine. Just make sure that you never leak any personal data or do anything which can be harmful to me. So I'm just saying that, hey, have your boundary set. These are all the things. Hopefully now, because we are understanding, it will just update the same. So see, absolutely, Mike, I understand that, take them very seriously. You can always trust me, prioritize. So yes, it is giving us the full confidence that now these things have been said. And yeah, our agent is kind of now being created. This is your OpenClaw, everyone, which we have created and which we can further use. So let's now move forward and see like what all things are there in the next part, so you are able to understand the same properly. So before actually moving forward, everyone, on the web UI, though I think it is pretty straightforward and easy to understand, once you go to OpenClaw again, and I will open something which I don't think lots of people will open. But the best way always to understand any framework is to go to its official documentation. So let's quickly see the documentation, because all the things which I'm telling you, that is coming from here only. Now again, it has all the steps and everything. If you want, like if you miss out after installing that onboarding thing, you can run this OpenClaw onboard as well. So I will show you one thing. Actually, if you go back, I am not like have this thing. It runs in the background by default. If you say OpenClaw and just press enter, you will see so many options. Like see all these options which we can control. So output the version number, setup, onboard, config, and don't be any afraid of this. This is a very simple, just command way of doing it. You have almost the similar options in here as well if you go on the web UI. But again, of course, more things will be present in the terminal so that you can change it, because terminal is not normally accessed by everyone. In here, they will try to have things in the little bit of backend. But yeah, I think that same should be helpful. If you will see here, everyone, in the overview, the WebSocket token, all the things are there. We are connected. Everything is in this. Channels, that okay, you are connected to Telegram. It is saying that probe okay, like it is able to maybe connect that. Then instances, just one instance is running, which is on my machine locally. Session, again, just one session as of now. And cron jobs we will come to, so that should not be a problem. And yeah, I think we can see the skills, etc. once we go from the documentation. Now in here, everyone, if you will see, all the things are present. Okay. We can make sure that we go through this documentation if you want to master it. Now, don't treat it as a documentation to master OpenClaw, but to understand agents overall a lot better. In here, if you will see everyone in the features, it is having channels, WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, iMessage, everything. Plugins add Mattermost and more with extension. So just like how we have plugins in your browser. So if I go on Chrome store, like my browser is different, but still the plugins work. So see, all these are actually in a way plugins or extension. Then routing, multi-step routing with isolated sessions. So we will see that media, apps and UI, mobile nodes, so iOS and Android nodes with Canvas support. So pretty straightforward thing. It is just having many of these features. We have, if you will go now in the channels, you can see that what all channel it support. So I'm just showing you these things in depth because if you have some other use case totally, you know where to come as well, right? Then agents, okay, so gateway architecture, as I told you, component and flows, agent runtime, agent loop. Now you don't have to go a lot in depth. That should not be required. But still, I think you should be aware about this. And then of course, tools, like if you come to models, I think it is supporting multiple of these models. You can see that, okay, how you can change a model CLI, right? So primary model fallback in case if one fails. So this is a very good thing, right? If you have a model which fails, you can fall back to another model. Then related agent default model is allowable is like all these things which we can easily change. Of course, you can just search ChatGPT or Claude to get this thing and get the answer from there as well. But yes, in the backend, actually, all these things are kind of being saved in a folder. So let me now show that folder as well to you. So if you will go on the home directory, everyone from here, like this is where it is for me. If you will search, it is hidden only. So that is why I have just, it is like coming out as transparent. But if we search for OpenClaw in here, I hope it is not Clawdbot. Yeah, OpenClaw. So see, all these things are actually kind of changed here. So if you will see main, all the agents at the session. So this is the profile, everyone. Now, if you want, you can change your API key in here, right? So I would like to change mine quickly so that we can have it running. I know the free one is having some limits. So this is how these things can be changed, everyone. I'm just showing you because I feel that this is the level of in-depth which you should be knowing. Because yeah, that is what is happening behind the scenes, right? In the canvas. Now completions, like all these things are there. Then cron, if you will create any cron jobs, which we will see. Then devices which all are paired. Then logs. And if you will go on workspace, then again, agents, bootstrap, all these things are present. If you remember soul, user, right? Which it tries to edit out. Actually, if we just open this, let's say, identity thing for a second, let me open the same maybe with Sublime, should be fine. And you could just easily see that what all we ask it, right? So I've just open it here only. See, this is where actually anything which you send in the web, this is where it gets changed. Okay, so I'm just showing you the connection very nicely that at the end of the day, these are simple files where you're entering things. So see, my Clawbot, if I change it to something, that's the identity it will take. Then soul, similarly, it is having something in the user as well. And yes, it will keep on changing these things. It is having the whole idea that, hey, this is where my full things are kept. So if you delete this, all is deleted. Okay. So yes, I think that was all in your connection with this, everyone, that how these chat is getting connected. You can have a new session as well. Of course, that is pretty simple. Now that you have seen and got an idea about the documentation about these things, I think we can now very nicely jump to our Clawbot. Oh, sorry, OpenClaw. My bad. OpenClaw TUI. Okay. So if you write TUI, this is Terminal User Interface. It will open this thing. In here, you will have lots of other overall options as well. So see, what I have to tell about the soul.empty, my own Clawbot. But I hope now you are getting an idea. Like now that is not all in the air. That hey, where is this kept? It is not any magic for you. Okay. So yeah, if you just send a simple hi everyone, it will just try to reply you. It will be a little faster, I think, than the web one because again, it is just very direct. I have just removed the bootstrap.empty file. It was a one-time setup guide. Since we have established my identity and soul, we don't need it anymore. How can I help you today, Mayank? Understand, since we set it up in the web UI already, it is not starting from scratch. It is saying that, hey, I have been hashed, I have been bootstrapped, all is good. Now, in here, if you press this slash button, you see lots of options. So, see help, agents. Let me just zoom it in a little bit. So, it is a lot better of visible. See help, status, gateway status. agent, switch agent or open picker, agent picker, agents, sessions. We can have different session, set model, open model picker, thinking level, verbose. So it is giving you all these things. It has 46 of these options. So as I said, terminal UI is a lot in depth. You can control many other things there. And anything which you have to understand from here, everyone, that is you will understand by going to the documentation. So don't be afraid of the documentation. Actually, that is where the truth is. And that is why I said in the starting that this in this course, we will be going in depth with OpenClaw, not like just grazing through it, which other people do. Now, of course, you can do the reset, you can reset the session, quit. All these things are present, which I think are very nicely explained. So, yeah, I think that should be very helpful, everyone. As you can see, we can set all these things with small as well. Okay, switch to Discord for replies, Telegram for replies. So, all these things are present. If I just, let's say, for example, do models here, then you will be able to pick more models. So, see Amazon Bedrock, Claude Haiku, all of these are different models. There are 691 of them. So as I said, it is a lot more in depth. You can select agents and then you can have agent picker. And see, I think there is no agent as of now. We have not created any. Switch agent or agent picker. So default one is only present. Okay. And yeah, I think you can just normally connect what all you can do. Let me just ask this. So it will just go through the same. Makes sense that it is able to ask it. See, uh, as main Clawdbot, I have wide range of capabilities to assist you, including file and system management, web interactions, communication and scheduling, specialized skills, memory and learning. So I hope you're able to easily understand that yes, how things are connecting. It is not a black box for you. And as you keep on asking these things, uh, many people were saying that hey, it is having infinite memory and everything. So see, it is storing everything in memory.md. Daily notes allowing me to recall past thing, everything. So see, what kind of task do you have in mind? So I could just ask it, can you remind me every morning 9 a.m. to start my day with motive or with a to-do list. With a to-do list. Now, if I ask it, it will try to create the same somewhere. And that is a task which now we have provided. So pay attention. It is trying to see. Great, I've set up a daily reminder for you. Every morning at 9 a.m. from my time zone, you will receive a system event message. Good morning, man. Time to start your day with to-do list. What are your priorities today? So easy it is. If you will go here, pay attention, same things are happening in here as well. Just that this one, it has now set up a cron job. Cron job is like the task which runs at a particular time. Okay. So like an alarm clock, the time task will do. So this is where it is happening. You can create new directly here as well. Or of course, your AIs can do the same for you. So see, next wake up at 9 a.m., 8 hours from now, it has a one job. So it is able to tell each and everything, right? And this is the job which we have created. So again, how things are being happening, that is very important to understand if you actually want to master this technology. So now, of course, everyone, that we have understood the whole TUI and everything, let's try to see that how more we can access it. If I will show you the whole thing, so we have understood about the setup and install in depth. We have seen different interfaces. During the time, we have also seen about the gateway, skills, channels, agent, right? So now let's quickly move on and understand channels a little bit in depth. If you'll go on channels, right? If you will go on, say, channels, yeah, there is a Telegram which is configured. As I said, you could also configure your WhatsApp. It will ask you to scan the QR code just like you do in WhatsApp web. And then there are lots of channels as I showed you in the documentation. So let's go to the documentation again. Okay, my bad. Let's go to the documentation. And if I go on channels, see, all of them are present. And the whole thing is present as well that how can you do and create it. So it is not that anyone is kind of coming up from their mind. Each and everything is kind of mentioned here. So now everyone, once you have done this, what we can do. So pay a lot of attention. Okay. So it is saying that what now we can do, everyone, pay attention. You can click on this bot and you can just send this start message. Okay. Slash start, like this button kind of comes and see OpenClaw access not configured, your Telegram user ID, pairing code. Now I could maybe just copy this thing and let's see if our bot is smart enough. And I will just ask it to go to chat and say, can you please configure my channel ID? Oh, sorry, my channel Telegram. Below is what I am getting. So this is one very good thing about OpenClaw again that if you ask it for these things, normally it is able to do these kind of stuff itself. Like it is very smart and create these things in that structure. So let's see if it is able to update the same in its configuration. So see, seems like it has done the same. OpenClaw pairing approve. Okay, great. I've approved your pairing code. You should be now able to interact with me via Telegram. So let me go here and let me try to send a message. And let's see if we are able to get a message. See, hello Mank, I see you're messaging me from Telegram now. It looks like the pairing was successful. So this is the best part which I like about OpenClaw. It's genuinely like an intern or a person like you are talking. When you take it from here till there, it is having the same thing and it is able to actually do the stuff. And this is where everyone it gets powerful. Now you can connect it to your WhatsApp, you can connect it to your Teams, any of the channels, and just try to understand how powerful it is, right? So Discord, Slack, Google Chat, Mattermost, all of these you can easily connect. There is a group message thing as well that okay, go let Claude sit in WhatsApp group, wake up only when pinged, and keep that thread separate from personal DM session. Right. So see how nicely they have kind of made these things in the groups, beginner broadcast group. So if you actually want to use OpenClaw to now maybe earn money or to create some things, this is where you have to understand things. Okay. So this was about the channels, everyone. Now I think it is very, very clear. So with that, now let's move on next to our skills. So skills are also very, very awesome things. So let us now try to understand skills in complete depth, everyone, because I feel that this is actually what makes your full OpenClaw a lot powerful. So for the same, I would like to actually explain you on the whiteboard quickly. Now, up till now, if you will notice, we were just chatting with our agent directly, right? Just how we chat with, let's say, your Chat GPT, Gemini, or Claude. But notice one thing that every time we want our agent to do something specific, we have to type it again and again. So if I want to, let's say, summarize some text, then I will be typing that thing. Similarly, if I want to have some diagrams or some code, I will be typing that thing again and again. But with skills, they exist so that you can turn the repeated prompts or the commands into the reusable behavior, much like how we have skills. So, for example, if there is a human being, everyone, then that human being is having multiple skills which we can take advantage of. You don't have to like every time tell that human, right? For example, you can explain, you can tell me that, hey, Mayank, explain things in a easy to manner just like you do. And I know that, okay, I have some way of visualizing, helping you visualize that stuff and finally using it. Similarly, with Moltbot, we get, with OpenClaw, we get this thing where we can have our agents and we can provide it with multiple skills which can be used. So this one line actually explains skills very nicely. If you ever find yourself copy pasting the same prompt twice, that's a skill. And if you remember during our onboarding as well, we saw lots of skills as well, everyone. So if you will go in here in the skills, there were many built-in skills. So see all these different applications. But I want to make sure that since this is very important, we just go a step forward and I tell you that what exactly these skills are. Okay. Because unless you will think that, hey, skills are something very, very complex. Well, that is not the case. A skill is not magic. It is simply instructions which are written once. It can be then remembered forever because a markdown file is created. Similarly, like I showed you the vibe.md, user.md markdown files. And then whenever a user message, it goes to the agent. It can pick up the saved skill and agent can respond with that. So this is exactly everyone what a skill is. And without a skill, agent will do what just you have typed right now. Okay. With a skill, the agent will remember that how exactly you like getting things done. So now that you have a little bit of idea about skill, let us try to create our own skill first. So yes, before we like see these pre-built skill, which I will come to, let's go to chat and create a skill. Now I've started a new session, just like how you start a new chat in Chat GPT, because the last one was having multiple things. And I wanted to show you that how session works as well. Let us ask it to create a skill and let's create a very simple skill. Say that I normally likes to have my things summarized very well. Okay. So what I will do, pay attention. Hi, can you please create a skill for me in which whenever I provide you with a paragraph, you just have to give me the summary in points of that paragraph. So it is easier for me to understand. Since I will be doing it multiple times, I just want that you create a very simple script, not script, simple skill where we will be making sure that anytime I want to have the thing summarized, you use that skill. So again, a few things to correct. Skill, very simple. Skill, because else it will get confused. And I think now this is fine, everyone. So this is the prompt which we are giving. And that's the benefit of this basically, that how it can create a skill for us. Now let's see. Once it start creating the skill, it is already having all the idea that, okay, what all can be created. And now our OpenClaw is running. It is trying to understand that, okay, user has asked to create a specific skill. While it is running, it is in the stop and queue. So though you can send your message, it will pick it up once it has started, completed the work. And as I explained you, that skill is not something which is magic. Okay. So all the skills which are also asked to us when we onboarded, they are also just some instructions. And along with this, everyone, much like how we have extensions, so see, it has read the skill creator file which it had. It is having all the details that, hey, how can you create a skill? Much like how we create a skill with us. If I have to create a skill of, let's say, maybe gymming, I will go to gym again and again. Or maybe if I have to create this summarization skill, maybe I will have all the instruction that, hey, when the text is given, you have to summarize and everything. So see, now in the backend, it is trying to create a skill for us. So pay attention. It has done so many of these things, like what it has done. Pay attention. So iterate. I think it has created some init skill scripts in its skill, where now it is creating this particular skill, getting some errors, right? Creating some basically directories, because as I told you, this skill will be saved somewhere, right? So I will show you that as well. See, paragraph summarizer skill.md, right? Successfully wrote 1227 bytes, and seems like it has done the same. Not sure where it is trying to run this Python. Maybe it is trying to run this Python to create the skill, but we will easily be able to see that. So see, already Mayank, I've created a new skill for you called paragraph summarizer. Whenever you want to summarize a paragraph, just tell me summarize the following paragraph followed by your text. I will use the new skill to give you key points. For example, you can say summarize the following paragraph, the quick, wrong, fox, all these things. Let me know if you would like to try it out. Okay. So pretty simple thing. You have just given your intern an instruction that, hey, learn this skill or create this skill. And now the best part is, like, let's actually copy this thing and use this particular skill. I will also show you that how it is created. So it is very easy for you to understand that how this thing happens. See, it is executing something and it has given us the points. So see, here is a summary of your points. And again, it is not magic. If I show you the directory again, right, everyone? So see, in this workspace directory of your OpenClaw, you have a skills folder. Inside the skill, there is a summarize.py file, which somehow is running Python. Not really sure why. We could ask it to just use the brain and summarize the same. Now, again, it is for us that how we want to teach a particular skill, right? So if you have to teach someone backend, there are different techniques. It is somehow taking the technique of using Python. We could maybe ask that, hey, call AI and maybe make it a little better. Let's try to maybe change the skill as well. That's the overall fun of using OpenClaw, right? Hi, so the above skill seems fine, but I think you are unnecessarily using Python in here. I would like to use your brain only, that is the AI call or normally AI, so that you are able to summarize the same based on the text provided. So again, I've just asked that, hey, let's make it a little bit easier. Let's see how it will do, but I have seen that it majorly is able to pick it up easily. Okay. Understood, Mayank, you're right. For simple summarization like this, I can directly add with my own processing power. I will modify the paragraph summarizer. So seems like wrote 699 bytes to skills, paragraph summarizer skills.md. I've updated, and see, if we will go back now, and in this is the skill. The script is now deleted as well. So that's the whole benefit, everyone. Now, if I show you, let me just make it this. And in this skill empty, everyone, let me just quickly grab it. And let me show you this as well. All the instructions will be given. The skill allows you to summarize a paragraph, how to use, example usage, paragraph summarizer skill. So next time, anytime I'm giving it some paragraph, and pay attention, I could also change this here. So I could just make it sum, like say sum and then something, right? So I can go here, paste this thing, and let me go to maybe Wikipedia of NBA. Let me just get this and paste it. So now I don't have to give this instruction again and again. It is a skill which my like Clawbot or Mayank Clawbot is able to use, and see how nicely it has given it. And one more attention, everyone. Now you might be thinking that Mayank, in that way, how many skills we will create? Well, this is where the benefit comes in. See, you have these different skills, everyone, which you can install, which you can actually make sure that you take the benefit of. Along with that, as I showed you in the starting, that how we have something known as Claw Hub, which is enabled as well. If I ask it, it can go to Claw Hub and make sure that it gets those skills from the internet, much like how we have extensions like ad blocker, Google transcript, right? So we have Google extensions, right, everyone? So Chrome store, this is like a skills for my browser. In a similar manner, we have this thing, and I guess now it is very easy. Like if I go on Slack, it will just be having some information, some Python file, etc. So see, this is the MD file, I guess, everyone, skills.md. And then there will be all the different examples, etc. And we saw that how it can further use a Python file, etc. as well. Okay, so I think now it should be very easy. There is one more GitHub repo as well, which I would like to show you. So these are the things which you get by spending lots of time. Awesome OpenClaw skills. Now in here you will find many different these library category. So there's a Moltbook, right? I hope you know what Moltbook is. So see, you can just have this skill as well. If you go on Moltbook, it will be kind of given you as a skill. And now we know that all it is having will be the file. So skill.md, heartbeat.md, package.json. Install locally, make directory Moltboot skills Moltbook. So again, I really hope that you are getting how we are making the full thing of this. We have to just go in here and create these things, right? So we have to just create the skills, give it the skills.md and maybe the script, etc. So pretty easy thing, right? Just made a little bit better for us. And yeah, I think you can have the skill from anywhere. Rather, if you will search for OpenClaw skills GitHub, you will find lots of skills. I guess it is very easy to create. So see, these are all the inbuilt skill, everyone. And now not only you know that you can add a skill, you actually understand what they are. So if I go on, let's say Apple Notes, there is a skill.md file which is explaining each and everything. So just copy this file onto your by in a folder, create a folder and give it a skill, and it will be created. So that how easy skill is, everyone. Okay. So with that clear, now let us move forward, everyone. And now let's see that how can we add a very important skill to our agent, and that is to search the internet. So for that, let me make sure that we go forward. And if I now actually show you, the OpenClaw suggests that, hey, you can have the Brave API to search the internet. Now, if I search for Brave and API, you will see that how Brave provides you a search API. But the problem in here is that I have actually done the same, where the problem which I faced and which all of you will also face is that though Brave provides you free searches, it asks you for a code, right? So it asks you for the credit card, right? So let me quickly get this thing, everyone. This is the code. Let me paste it, submit. And see, if I go on API keys, I can see available plans. There is a free tier, but it will still ask you to subscribe and hence pay. So I have read the terms, usage, everything, subscribe. It will take you for paying. Now, the problem is that again, it is asking you not for money, but you have to give your credit card. So I guess everyone has the fear that, hey, this can charge me extra and everything, right? But this is where I guess, again, OpenClaw is very helpful. Where what I can do, I know that there is a Tavily as well. So there is this Tavily. Now, by default, if you give the Brave search key, your OpenClaw can search the web. Like it has been configured in that manner. But I showed you that how, for that skill, you have to unnecessarily enter your credit card. Tavily, I'm pretty sure that all of you are aware till now. If not, please just go through it. I've covered the same in many of the videos. Here also, you can use this to search the web. So what I will do is I will make another skill. Pay attention. So I will go to my OpenClaw, sorry. It's very confusing. And I will ask, great. Now can you please create another skill for me via which you will be able to search the internet using Tavily, and I am also providing you the key as well. So when I provide or ask you to search something, create a query and search Tavily, and get the results and use it to provide me with a summarized result. Now, just to make sure that again it doesn't confuse the summarization and everything, and I can provide the key here. So make sure that you create your own key. It's free tier only. Don't use mine again. It will be deactivated. And now you will see the real power, that how it is able to understand all the things, create a script for me and create a skill as well. So see, okay, I think I made a mistake, very, very bad mistake. Okay, it seems tally is not something. I will just make sure. It is Tavily actually. Okay, so I should have checked what I have said to the agent. Understood. My apologies. Got it. I created a new skill called Tavily Search. So see how it is doing the same, everyone. And it is having the script as well. Actually, if I go back while it is being created, see, Tavily Search is created. There is a Tavily Search where you give the query and the API key. In the backend, it is making the call. So you don't have to take care of anything. And yeah, very nicely, it is able to do all these things. The skill.empty file, now you know that how it will be created. So actually, you can now create skill without even asking your OpenClaw to do it. See, skill is enable you to perform web search using Tavily API and all these things. Search Tavily for the latest news on API, all these things. Pretty simple, right? And it has created the same. Now, I hope you're able to follow easily that why we have created this skill and how nice it was. And how this is a level up. Like everyone else will show you these pre-built skill. I have went a step ahead in this course and made sure that you understand this as well in depth. Now, what you can do, everyone, you can ask, can you search for NBA trades and let me know what all happened in past 3 days? So I follow basketball NBA, in which there is a trade season. And see, now it will understand that okay, it has to search the internet. And see, it called this Tably search. It got the results, everyone. This is the result which it got. And here is a summary of the trades. So see, it is very, very nicely providing me in a good manner. Now, the benefit I hope all of you understand. This all is perfectly visible to me via my Telegram as well. So, as you keep on adding more and more skill, and of course, there are skills which has to do with many different things which you use every day, like Apple Notes, Apple Reminders. There is very good Google one as well. So let me show you that. Yeah, this GOG Google Workspace CLI for Gmail, calendar, everything. Now to do this, you have to actually install it and also make sure that you uh, add your credentials. So that is a little bit tricky, not a lot. You have to just go to, let's say, Google Cloud. And in this, you will have to make sure that you can provide it with the key and everything. So that is where actually gets a little bit not that simple, but I guess it is again very simple in the sense of once you do it. In the credentials, you will see that how I have created multiple credentials. You have to just get the client ID and secret, and then you can access these things. So it is that easy actually. You just have to copy this client ID, and secret, of course, is not there. You have to create another secret. So let me know, and we can have that as well. But yeah, if you provide these things, everyone, then what it can do is it can very, very nicely add all the things through which you can have your Google also monitored. So if you ask that, hey, send an email, get me like if any urgent email was there, all these things it will be able to do in a very easy manner because this is a pre-configured skill. Now I know that all of you will be thinking that, man, now that is very easy, right? I can even go to this GitHub and I can say that, hey, maybe I want a skill for related to finance, iOS, transportation, and all that is a skills empty file and some scripts if it wants. And yeah, that is actually what it is. Now, this is where I guess everyone's skill kind of gets completed because we have not only seen the inbuilt skill, but we have also seen that how can we create our own skills and what happens in the backend when a skills get created. So now everyone that we have understood skill in depth, I would just like to show you some advanced skill as well, because that is where I think many people were saying that, hey, OpenClaw or Clawdbot is very helpful or very strong. Just search for OpenClaw. And if you will go in this, and again in the documentation, because that is where everything lies, that is where people are learning things. If you will go on, let's say tools, I think this is where the skills will be. Yeah. So if you will see, I have already showed you that how you can connect your Google workspace as well, which will be very helpful. In this, everyone, if you will see, we have the browser thing as well. So what you can do, if your browser is a Chrome, Brave, or Chromium based browser, like mine one is also Chromium based, then you can actually install your overall extension. And once you have installed that extension, then it can take control of your browser as well for you. Now, I'm not doing it. The reason is pretty simple. Again, it is just showing that as well. Just say OpenClaw config set browser executable path and all these things. You can go through the same, but I will not suggest it unless you know what you're doing. And the reason is pretty simple, right? That is where majorly you can have many things compromised. But I just wanted to show you that these things are possible. I think I've shown you lots and lots of skills. It is also showing skills and extensions. But yeah, if you are interested, you have the Chrome extension here, everyone, which can take control of each and everything. So, see, install the extension to a stable local path. Then you have to go to this thing. I think I will have another path. Just let me show that. Vivaldi and extensions. So, my browser is Vivaldi. See, there are two browsers, two extensions, everyone. I could just on this developer mode, and then it will be able to like control my browser as well. But I would not like to do that and suggest you unless you are aware, or if it's in a sandbox environment where you know that, hey, no personal information, no personal data is there. Because again, if someone gets hands on to your to your OpenClaw bot, it can control your browser and maybe just have the security compromise. So make sure that the skill which you're teaching someone, you are teaching or giving the skill which is actually helpful and no security issues are there, much like human. So as I said, think of your bot just like a human. Give it the skills which you want. Like you will not let your intern maybe use your computer, have your bank accounts or a password, etc. Because once it gets the overall access to your browser, it will be able to access your tabs and everything. So yeah, but it is possible. That is where I guess people are getting excited. But along with that, I think we have seen that how skills work. That is more than important. And now you can have any number of skills, right? At the end, it is just a bot, a AI, which is very nicely configured to connect with different things, and then it can make sure that hey, each and everything is good for me. Okay. So with that, everyone, now let's actually move on to your bot. I have already shown you what cron is. So we have created a job as well that, hey, let me know what about this thing. We can create jobs like this. So let me go to chat. Let me create a new session and, or actually I should done this thing. Yeah. So now it will just create a new session. As you can see, a new session was created and I could just ask, can you please create a cron job which sends me every day at 9 a.m. all the details about what I talked to you about the previous day. So basically, a daily digest, a summary of what all we have done as a test. So I think we can make it easier for the time being. I'm just creating this cron job, everyone. So again, this is how you will be using this as a very helpful thing when you create these jobs and heartbeats. So I will come to heartbeats in a bit. Now you can see that how it has created the cron job daily conversation summary. As a test, can you please send me a message right now on my Telegram so I do get an idea that how it is working? So again, it's a pretty good thing that we can test it out as well. Okay. And you can create these different things, right? So you get an idea. It seems like target ID of a Telegram to send a message. So we have to just maybe do it again. So I have actually seen this happening with your WhatsApp as well, where you have to every time scan the QR code. But no worries, we can go to this Clawbot. We can just copy this thing and we can just paste it. So yeah, that's the good benefit. It will understand things properly itself and then make sure that it send the message. So see, this is a test message. It is able to confirm. Yes, I have received it. And since it has been configured as an agent, it will hopefully send me a proper message. So glad to hear the test message. Okay. Can you also send me the daily digest test as we discussed? So hopefully now it will send me that how I asked for summarization, all these things. Let's see what it will send. But yeah, the idea is that how you can have every day at 9 what all you discussed. So see all the things how it is sending. You asked me to create a cron job, all these things in the session. Now this is actually something known as cron job, everyone. It is a like an alarm clock which runs. what we can do, we can go a step forward and I could also create a heartbeat. Now, heartbeat is a little different than cron. And these I think are very, very important. Just understand that let's say you have connected your OpenClaw to your Gmail, etc. Anytime there is a urgent email, we can ask that, hey, check my emails every 1 minute. So there's a difference, understand. Cron jobs, you are running it at a certified time like an alarm clock. Heartbeat is checking every time that, hey, is there any something new? Is there anything new? And whenever there is a criteria which is fulfilled, like a urgent message, it will send you a message in a manner. Okay, so let me just now test it out as well. Great. Now, can you also create a heartbeat which checks my message every 5 minutes? And if there is something urgent, you also let me know on Telegram so that I could take a overall action on the same. So, for example, if I tell you about an emergency, etc., the heartbeat will check and make sure that it notifies me on Telegram as well, since I might be away from my system. System. Okay. Yeah, I think this seems fine. We can press and enter. So this is where everyone the heartbeat versus the cron thing comes into picture. So let it just quickly create it. Open hard. Okay, so see, okay, heartbeat.md is currently empty except for comments. I will add the instructions. Now I think this should also be very, very clear. Urgent message monitor. Every 5 minutes, an isolated agent will check last five message. If I go back and show you, I hope now you get an idea that where it will be created. So see, this is the heartbeat created, everyone. I think it was empty. If I show you this thing, okay, so I think it is maybe working on that. Already I've created a new cron job called urgent message monitor. I will run it every 5 minutes. Okay, so it has done it via cron job. I can ask it, can you create a heartbeat instead of cron job? Now again, we use heartbeat to connect to check if my website is up, if I'm getting emails. So it checks every particular time, right? So that is just a small difference I want you to understand about heartbeat versus the overall cron job. Because when you're using agent and you want to go closer to AGI, or people say that, hey, this is very, very helpful to me, then I think this is where you have to understand these things. Like these are the exact things which you have to understand. Now see, it has done the same import JSON, like made us some code, etc. But I hope you get the idea that how it will be working for us. And this difference between heartbeat and cron is very, very important. Okay, so now with this clear, I think we have understood most of the things. If we grow on cron jobs, there is this scheduler. You can create something here as well. Then daily conversation summary, daily to-do list summary, and I think sessions. We have also seen that how we can have multiple sessions, instances, agent in the backend, then channels. We have the Telegram. We can connect WhatsApp, anything as well. And of course, we have seen that how we have the TUI. So let me clear everything. Open Claw TUI. And again, it will be just working like we have seen in the web. In here, we have just a lot more option. So we have discussed many things in depth, which will be very, very helpful. Now let's move forward. And I think we have seen the setup, install, gateway, skill, channels, and agents, interface, cloud hosting, of course. Now let's go to the multi-agent architecture as well, everyone, because I want to show you that how can you create more than one agent as well. So great, everyone. Now let us jump onto the multi-agent thing. Now the same, of course, will be very, very helpful. If I have created this particular agent, let me go to chat. Yeah, this agent, of course, with time it will get a lot complex. Now we will want that, okay, different agent can have different skill. Maybe I want to sometime connect with my personal agent, sometime to the work agent. And for the same, if you will again go to the documentation, again, that is where everything lies. And you have to read the same as well. Let me close this, and yeah, documentation. Do make sure that since the name has been changed, there might be a Moltbook or Moltbot or Open Clawdbot command. But yeah, if you go on agents and say go on multi-agent. So again, what is one agent? This is the full agent with a brain and everything of its own. And yes, you can create multiple agents, right? So see, agent helper, use the agent wizard to add a new isolated agent. So for the same, I think we can just copy this command. And since it's a OpenClaw command, it will run outside. So go in your terminal, just close this thing. Okay, so I will just close this, clear out everything. And I can just do OpenClaw agents and I think list. This should list all the agents for me. So see, as of now, there is just one agent, everyone, main default identity, where is the workspace, agent directory. I hope now you're able to connect that this directory is in here only, where I have the agents and the main is present. And this is where all the persona and everything is. If I now run OpenClaw agent add work, then it will add another agent, which is the work agent for me. And again, it is saying workspace directory, workspace work. Okay. So now I speak fluent bash, med, sarcasm. Okay, like it is trying to do something. Copy our profile from main. I think we can do that. Should be fine. Configure model for this agent. Now, yes, we should add a braid for this agent. Okay, so let me add. And this time again, I will be going with Google. So let me go with Google Gemini API key only. And I could just copy my Gemini key. So I can just copy this. Just one thing more I would like to show you. If you go on usage and rate limit, since this is a free one, it will be having some limits. So if you will see rate request per minute, I guess this is tokens per minute, and this is request per day, right? So if you go on all models, you can actually see that where the request is good. I think Flashlight, the request is pretty good. So let me go in Gemini key. Let me just add this thing. And now configure chat channels. Now I think we can just leave it. Should not be fine. It is having the Telegram already configured. And agent work is ready. So now if you will see, we will have a work agent as well. Now this is actually a multi-agent kind of architecture which we are moving towards. And of course, in the documentation again, you can see that, okay, what all is possible. Now the reason, though I have actually seen each and everything and run the same, it gets a little complex even with the 1 hour or 1 hour 30-minute crash course. But I am just telling you that, okay, how you have to work on this. See, one WhatsApp number, multiple people, DM split. You can do lots of things like this, right? If you just quickly go through or copy this thing, you can do it. I just want to show you what is possible. And since I don't cover things in Surface, you know all that, I will make sure that I just want to show you that, okay, these are all the things how you can work on this. So see examples, two WhatsApp, two agents, then daily WhatsApp, daily chat, plus Telegram deep work. So all of these things are present, everyone, and possible via the multi-agent architecture. To use our agent, to use the multi-agent as of now, we can just do OpenClaw TUI. And if I just run this, pay attention, I have this slash agent command. So I can switch the agent. And if you will see, like I'm getting two options. So actually you have to focus just on this thing. Like I know that it will be a little confusing. See, this is what you have to focus on. So see, main is the default one. And there is a work, which is work. So I will just select this work one. Now when I send hi, it will be a totally new agent. So, okay, it is trying to, I think it got some error maybe. You exceeded the current quota. Okay, let me quickly change the key so that we don't face this error. So again, everyone, I've just changed the key by going to agents auth profile. Now, of course, there will be other ways to do as well, where you can configure the model of this agent. You can maybe choose some other model. And yes, once you have done the same in the auth profile, and again, my key will be like kind of deactivated. So use some other key. You can easily just use the same. And if I now, I think send hi, then it should be able to have the brain, because at the end of the day, brain is very, very important. And see, hey, just came online. Who am I? Who are you? I hope you remember this thing from the very first message to our main agent, right? So if we go on the TUI as well, okay, where it was, yeah, this was the one, everyone. If I go on chat, I think that this is the Telegram session TUI, yeah. So this is where my other session is running. And this agent is my work agent. So I can say, you are my work agent named Mayank Work Law. And I am Mayank, your friend. And you help me do the work related things. And see, again, it is all connected. So if I will be okay, I think it has just connected till there. Should be fine, not a problem. Then yes, it will just try to understand, nice to meet you, and all these things, and successfully wrote to identity user.md. Now I'm a work agent. How do you want me to operate the skills, everything, like we can just configure, I guess, right? So that is the case, everyone, how it works. I can just send hi again, and hopefully it will be able to just connect it. So see, it has just, because these are the same one, right? And yeah, I think now you can add more skills to it. And if you will go to the multi-agent thing, I don't want to graze through it. You can have them working in as well as now. See, there's a soul.md which we can configure. We can provide it multiple skills. And I guess if we go on agents, let me close this. See, Work agent is there. Overview, files, tools, skills, each and everything are there. And now I hope you're able to get the whole idea. Now there are channels and the cron jobs as well. So very, very simple thing to understand. There is a main agent which is default. And if you want, you can add more skills to it. You can add some built-in skills as well. Or the skills are enabled. Disabling any skill will create a per agent allowable list. So they are, I think, the same as of now. That is what we asked in the starting, right? That hey, you can create this thing, not a problem for us. So if we change any one of the skill, then it will actually create separate files. So that is what it is saying in here. All skills are enabled. It will create another thing. I think that is all, everyone. You have the tool access, runtime, web, all of these things are present. That has actually been copied from the last agent. These are all the files. Like actually, you can edit here as well. I forgot that to show you that before. And yeah, all of these things are present. Bootstrap is missing because again, we have not done that. Memory is missing because again, it will just, we have not asked it. But yeah, of course, we can ask it to save each and everything in a memory.md. Rather, let us ask it. I think it will be easy. Can you make sure to create a memory.md and remember all our conversation so it is easier for you to understand context? Now, this is where I think it is very helpful. Like it will be understanding this memory.md, it will be kept in its initialization by OpenClaw only. And yeah, it will create the same and it will remember all your messages and act like a very good thing. So see, it has wrote this thing. I've created a memory and logged our initial setup there. Let's go to agents. And now the memory has been okay. I think I have to refresh it maybe. Refresh. So see, memory is there, which is empty. Let me just add anything specific. Yes, make sure that as a work agent, you never have to mix up my personal details or files to my work related tasks. So now it will store the same in the memory and every time it will make sure that it remembers it. Now, of course, you can have the chat saved here. You can configure your agent. And just like how we have a memory, it will be making sure that it takes advantage of that memory, right? So that is all what happens. But I think the best part which I like in this whole thing, and now yet you have understood the same in depth with me, is how intuitive it is, right? Earlier, like again, if you understand these things, the files and everything, then it is very, very intuitive. Otherwise, you have to, in any 10, in any no code, or rather in any framework as well, which is based on code, you have to do all of these things yourself. So that is where it has made it very, very easy. Yes, it is having some security issues, which we will come to. But overall, it is pretty awesome. Like it is very, very helpful. So see, it has saved all these things, never mix personal data privacy. It has done all that part. And now you actually have two agents. So you have one this very good agent, and I think I can draw one here only. So AI agent icon. I like this one. Okay, which is the, yeah, this one I think can be our work agent, right, everyone? So now you have two agents, one work and one your main or personal. And of course, now you can keep on creating agents. And yes, you have to be ready to go through the documentation and then you can make your multi-agent routing, etc. very, very helpful. So see, multiple agent, multiple people, personalities, all the good examples are written here. And if you want to actually master and make use of it, I will highly suggest to go through it. I have also understood these things, and that is how I am able to teach and tell you about these parts, right? So it is very, very important in that manner. Now, with all of these things clear, everyone, we have understood about the setup and install. One thing in here as well, if you will go on the Moltbook, whatever the name was, it is very confusing. It is having a macOS app as well. So I told you in the starting that how we will be covering it. But actually, it is just a simpler thing. It will just give you a UI where you can send the messages. Plus, since it is not active for, oh sorry, valid for Windows or Linux user, the Mac one can just download the same and check. But it is more or less the same thing. Okay. So that is all around this, everyone. We have seen the setup, install, building blocks, interfaces, rather all of them, cloud hosting, agent and automation. I think we can quickly go to our project. But I hope that now, since you have all the idea, project will not be that difficult for you because at the end of the day, this cron, skills, personality, this is what we will be kind of connecting along with channel to give a good personality and work to our agent. And that kind of becomes a project for my agent. So if it is an intern, I can now give its project. In a project, there will be again some instruction, just like how you and me have that, hey, 9 o'clock rush to the office. Then use this tool, use and read this file, summarize this file and send an email. So these kind of things we can now easily do. So great everyone. Now let's quickly see the project as well. Now what I will do is I will just have the prompt kind of shared. Honestly, I've not ran the same myself as well, but since the idea is clear, I think it will work. With maybe some challenges, but see, your task is to design and set up a complete production ready project called Telegram Daily Assistant. Now, again, we will just give it, and I think it will understand. That's the good thing about OpenClaw, honestly. And of course, your brain should be pretty well here, right? You should not be having a very bad model and expect that it will work fine. Because at the end of the day, all of this thing is supported by your Gemini. So you can have maybe OpenAI GPT's model, some good one, or Anthropic model. Don't have the locally hosted or very small SLM kind of a thing because they might falter in this big task. So again, I'm just giving being a Telegram-based AI assistant and everything. At the end of the day, again, I'm just explaining the system, creating the skill. So daily digest, urgent watch. We have kind of done all these things as well, right? Then web report. Now I have to provide my Tavily key here as well, of course, so that it can search the same. Then configure automation, a cron job, and a heartbeat. Security and safety we will discuss, but here again I'm just asking that he run it inside a skill sandbox so that it doesn't changes any other thing. And then the demo scenario, what should be the final output, and again how it can make sure that it doesn't disturbs me every time, right? So in that manner, I can just maybe paste this thing. My agent will take a lot of time, but again, with OpenClaw, there is nothing as such as a project. Ideally, you are just connecting channels, giving it skills, giving it the heartbeat or the cron jobs, making sure that it can connect to multiple things. Now, again, connecting to anything is very, very simple. You can either provide it skills related to, let's say, any of the application which you want to use, or you can make sure that you provide it skill which are related to your own application or your machine only. Now, all these things remain the same even if you are connecting to the VPS hosted agent, because at the end of the day, we are just pasting the commands. And once we have understood this thing as well, right, everyone, these files, this whole overall file system, I think now it is very, very easy to understand that, hey, at the end of the day, these are all the things which are happening. So let's just try it out. And I think you can also create such projects now because all the components are clear. I think it will be very, very easier to do for us. So see, again, my work agent will kind of get into work. It will try to understand many things. I think I should have changed this to TUI, but no worries. I think it has already been connected. It is having those different like tools and skills as well. And yeah, I think that is all what we have to understood everyone in the project part as well. Now, pretty sure that it is easier. I will give you this particular prompt as well. You can try the same out. And yes, it is going to take time because now I have asked it to do multiple things, just like how you do. You also have these tools, skills, everything only, right? At the end of the day, when you are doing a project in your company, in your office, or in your college, etc., you are also doing the same thing. So, see, I have successfully created and set up a Telegram daily assistant project for you. What I have done, system design, created Telegram assistant MD. Okay. Skill creation, created the three core skills. Let me know if you want me to stimulate. So, sure. Can you do a web report MD skill and send a Telegram message? So let's see if it will work or not, how it will work. I will open Telegram as well here. Okay, so see, okay, I think yeah, it should try to send it. Again, I think we have sent a pretty good thing and it has created the same. It has created skills, successfully wrote in Telegram daily assistant. So all this it is giving to me. I'm ready to web report skill to get started. What topic you would like me to research on? So again, let's say NBA trades. Just like say you want to get information about cricket or your work, etc. I'm just taking an example. And yeah, since this is all clear and very nicely connected to your agent, right? So at the end of the day, I'm just having an agent in my project. I'm having multiple skills, everyone. So I can have some skills basically. Let's have this skills icon. And then I am also having the Telegram. Like rather, I hope you get the idea pretty nicely now. You have the persona, you have all these things. And I'm connecting it with a channel as well. For me, the channel is my Telegram bot. And yeah, just like how you will be making the decision, our OpenClaw with the help of Google Gemini is making these decisions for us and helping us to do this thing. So yeah, seem like it will be searching these things. And it is taking the time because, again, we might have been a lot better in terms of providing it with how to search and everything. Maybe given a one proper skill with the different steps and scripts. As of now, I have left lots of things to the open Clawbot because I've explained you these things. But now I believe it will be a lot better if you like kind of sit on this and be able to send that. So I think it says an error. Action sends requires a target, so it is the executed web report. Since I don't have a specific Telegram chat ID, sending a push notification. So again, this seems like some issue, but I will give it these things so that it can correct the same. And again, that's the best part. It remembers these things. And I will do one more thing, other. I will ask that, hey, add this to your memory. Like add this thing to your memory so it never you never forget this thing. Because seems like there is an issue with Telegram where it is forgetting this chat ID or something. And yeah, I think in a bit it should be able to send the same. So let's see. And once it does, then you can have your Gmail, etc. connected just like I showed you. Or you can connect it to your files, to your browser, to anything rather which you want. You can also have, okay, so no pending payment thing. Okay, send including pending request. Your Telegram ID to send. You should see it in the Telegram chat. I think we might have to pair it. Okay, so see, I've got the same. We might have to see that where it is giving error. Since this is in beta, please make sure that you read about the same on the docs. Many times we might not be doing anything wrong, but again, since so much adoption had been there, and again, there are very less developer who might be working on this, we have to make sure that yes, some things might fail without even our mistake. And you can actually go to the docs. Again, docs are very important and see different things now, right? So with respect to each and everything, you will be having so many of these pairing related things in the Telegram where the error can come and everything, configuring the token. So yeah, I think that is how you can do a project, everyone. A simple project, but since you have understood the components, creating these things are easier for you. And of course, you have these different Claw Hub, then your repos and everything, via which you can create these skills, which can connect to any application you like. We created the skills ourselves as well. So pretty sure that now you are pretty well equipped with creating multiple projects, with creating multiple skills, multiple agents as well. And that was my whole idea, right? So with that, now let's move forward. And now I would like to talk about something which is the most important thing for this whole OpenClaw crash course, which is the security, because that is where most of the doubters of this particular technology is coming. So yes, though the same is awesome, we have to still understand a little bit on the security side as well. So great everyone. Now up till now we have built lots of things and understood so many of these in depth. Now, of course, your Clawdbot, since it is running on your machine, it can have access to all your files, your browser if you connect it, your emails, and other everything. So that is a little bit of layer of problem that you're not specifying that okay, what it can or cannot access. Plus, the problem is that again, there have been lots of instances where this has been leaked, the Telegram token, your let's say Clawdbot access and everything, because it is actually insecure in a way that lots of permissions are given. So for that, we have to make sure that at least we can make it secure to a level. Now, the best suggestion would be that don't unnecessarily give it permissions. Don't unnecessarily connect it to your browser because you might not remember that you have opened something way back and now like it can have an issue. So for that, let's talk a little bit delicately about security. So if you will see again in the overall OpenClaw thing or the Clawdbot, now you will see it kind of mixing. There can be untrusted message. If someone get access to your Telegram token, he can maybe send the messages again. Then there are layer, right? So there is a gateway layer, which I showed you. Then we have the agent layer. So this is how I explain you these things. Now the messages can come from anywhere. At the end of the day, your whole OpenClaw is working on these messages. If someone get access to them, there can be again messages coming on your VPS server as well. But I think we can have some checks. We can make sure that at least it is running in a sandbox environment where it is not having access to all the files. We can have multiple agents at least. And let's say we can also run agents separately. So do let me know if you want to understand that as well. Then again, for the tool policy, we can have a way that at least your Python file, right? It is not having the permission to delete anything. Still fine that if it can create or read it. So these are some things which we can make sure. So tool denies shell execution, process control, or browser automation, right? We can control that what is happening. Now, browser tool is where highest risk is there. That is why I said that it should not be able to visit on itself. Okay. It should not be able to actually create something by itself and which deletes all these things or get your personal information, because since it is very easy to create this skill, it is very easy to even leverage them for all the wrong things which one can do. So again, this is a kind of a diagram which I have created. I think this kind of explains you that okay, what all you can go through. I don't want to make it very complex. Just as a very good practice, you can just run these three commands at least. So if you will just run this, and this is present in the documentation again, if you will go and search for security, right? So yes, there are lots of things about security which I will highly suggest that you read. But for the time being, if you will go here, there is a OpenClaw security audit. So let's do that. Let me close these things up and let me 1 minute. Yeah, clear out everything. Let me just run this claw. Okay, OpenClaw security audit hyphen d. So I just ran it for Clawdbot first, so not a problem while I was researching. Something the only grab in your connect you actually want to hear from. So there is no critical, that's a good thing. One warning. Gateway bind is loopback and gateway trusted proxy is empty. So again, if you want to add some proxies, etc., then you can run on this command as well, everyone. And I would like to also make a change where anytime I write this Clawdbot or Moltbot, then it kind of changes to OpenClaw. You can do that in your terminal actually, so it should not be a problem. I'm not saying your workflow is chaotic. I'm just bringing in a linter and a helmet. Config validation failed, invalid output. Okay, let me run the last one because I think we can configure the same. But it will be highly suggested because many people are kind of working on this. If you can get a full idea that okay, how we have to work on that. So token and all these things are present. That's a good thing. All that part is kind of for there for you. So yeah, I think that is all. Majorly, this is the command which tells you if there is something which is very problematic. And as I said, security in here is still evolving. People are still trying to understand how attack can be done. There might be some vulnerabilities which we are not sure. Because of its quick adoption, many things, of course, have been messed up, right? But I don't want, and yes, I'm actually not a security expert, so I will keep a disclaimer here. Please make sure that you are reading a lot about this. If you are using your OpenClaw for any professional or major thing, okay? So with that, I guess we kind of close this crash course where we have now learned about each and everything a lot in depth. Highly suggest to go through the documentation because that will be very helpful. This is where the exact truth lies. And if I just quickly talk about what I think about OpenClaw, because I've spent so much time this and the past couple of years on AI and specifically on the agents framework, all the way from the coding one like your LangChain, LangGraph, AutoGen, ADK, to your non-coding one like N8N, Make, and now OpenClaw. I think that it's a pretty awesome technology, at least to get started. If you have to explain these things and to play around. But again, if you have to make sure that you can use it for actually something useful, you need to still be very good with the basics. And you have to now understand the whole security and rather access part of it very nicely. Because if you don't have that, then you will end up making lots of things which you cannot control, and some time or other like it can have some repercussions which might not be very good. Okay, so that is my thing. If I talk about me again, I can use it for some basic fun projects. For a client work or for real world usage, I will still maybe limit myself because I don't want that something goes out of control which I'm not able to handle or see. But yeah, that said, it's a pretty awesome technology for having lots of things automated. I like the overall this particular UI and how you can connect the same to your Telegram as well, or rather WhatsApp and everything. How it is pretty easy once you understand the channels, skills, and everything. How it can create skills very nicely for you, where it can write the Python scripts as well, and how since it is right now very viral, how many different websites are coming which can provide you skills to connect to any third party tool. So if you want to connect to Notion, to let's say, I think Jira and everything is also possible. You can just connect the same and do your work. And that is something which I found pretty nice because now it is where you can just have a intern at your fingertips. You ask it something and it will do the same for you. So that is, I guess, all everyone from my end. I hope you like the same. Do make sure that you like the video and comment if you have any doubts. Please share this with everyone because just watching a 10-15 minute video with no in-depth knowledge will not take you anywhere, or maybe just have you delete all the files. So with that, I'm pretty sure that this is helpful. Please make sure that you download this file and everything. And yeah, I think that should be more than enough in your journey to master OpenClaw. And now you can understand the things more in depth once you have completed this particular crash course. So great, everyone. I hope you like this crash course. Of course, I have to put in a lot of effort and lots of hours to understand OpenClaw in depth. With that, also tomorrow there will be a crash course dropping on ADK, which is Agent Development Kit. So do see that as well. I think it is more than 6+ hours. And yeah, do like the video and subscribe to my channel so I can put in the effort. It is a lot motivating and I can bring the best content for you in the world of AI and agentic AI. So thanks a lot. Let's meet in the next video.